Okay, so our cookies are done after about 15 minutes. And when they're done, this is what they'll look like. Very beautiful. Then we take them over here, and I always set tinfoil down for them because they're harder to get up off the counter than they would be for tinfoil. So you can either leave them on in the cookie pan while they cool, or you can get them directly off. I just kind of fan them off to help them cool down quicker. Allie really wants a cookie. And these also turn out, you know, a little prettier when you're doing them by yourself, but it's a lot more fun to have your niece or nephew help you make them. So, just go like this. And also, like, you know, since it's the Christmas season, a lot of people are doing baking and all that, and if you wanted to dress them up so you can take them to a party or something, you could take chocolate and put it in a baggie and melt it in the microwave on a really low, you know, you only do it for like 5 or 10 seconds at a time to melt the chocolate in the baggie, and then you just poke a hole in the baggie, and then you drizzle chocolate on top of them. And it's a fancier looking cookie if that's what you're going for. But otherwise, these are probably the easiest cookies to make as far as I found a recipe for. And it seems like the most people like them. So we just get them out like that. And I grew up with 3 older brothers, so cookies were a big deal. Like when you make cookies, they were a big deal. You know, when you're growing up in a bigger family, everybody wants to eat cookies, so you just make them in large batches. And you can freeze them too, or you can just freeze the dough, and it turns out pretty good. Like when you just take them out of the freezer, or if you just have to delay the cooking, you can just put them in the refrigerator for the day, and then just take it out and make them. It shouldn't make any bit of difference. But when you go to make your second batch of cookies, they always cook faster because it's on the same pan and the pan's already hot. So it's not going to take the whole 15 minutes, so you got to really watch them so you don't burn them. And it's hard to tell with peanut butter because they already look kind of brown. You just don't want to overcook them, so keep checking them. But the more you make them, the easier it'll be for you to tell. But I'll just tell you quick like how I got started cooking. I started cooking by myself when I was 11. I remember the first thing I ever made was cornbread. And I did that because I was just bored one day after school. On Wednesdays we got out at 1:30, so I'd come home, and every Wednesday I would make something different. So I eventually was able to make pretty much anything by myself. And I guess I've had a love for baking ever since. I was always cooked with Mom. I was her oldest girl. I was cooked with Mom when I was younger. Look at the cookies. And I always loved helping her. Yeah, we gotta cool them off. We gotta cool them off. Max is extremely excited to try his creation. Here, let me cool one off for you. We'll let him try one here before I have to let you go, so we can see if, yep. So we can, yep. I'm cooling it off.
It's hot, honey.
Because he's extremely excited to try what he made. Okay, try a bite. Try a bite. They're warm. Pinch off a bite. And they do crumble. Here, eat that. And we'll see if they're good. Are they good? Are you a good cook? Oh, they're not too hot. Spit out? No, just warm? They were a little too warm.
You want to go get a drink?
A little too warm for Max. Yeah, you gotta let the cookies cool completely before. Max doesn't like anything real warm. So we always try to let them cool before we give them to him. But yeah, so cooking with kids is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to make sugar cookies with them because then you get to do cutouts and they get to frost them and all that. But these are a lot easier and a lot less messy, so if you don't have the time, that's what I'd recommend doing. So hopefully your baking season goes great and maybe you can use this recipe. Thanks!